Hello, we are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We got a lot to discuss. The industry is finally pushing for a Ladies Night remake. There's been a lot of talks about a Ladies Night remake for a few years now, especially in regards to female rap. Now, the original remix that happened years ago had Lil' Kim, Left Eye, Missy, Da Brat, and Angie Martinez. Okay? But the industry is really pushing for another remake because a lot of these female rappers are not selling, and they feel like not necessarily that female rap is dying, but the hype isn't there for female rap like it is for male rap. Currently, male rap is dominating. So because of that, they are looking to do a Ladies Night remake with Megan, Cardi, D0JA, and they're still trying to figure out who else should be a part of the Lady Night remix, okay? Because technically it would be the second remix that has been done. Now, Megan and Gorilla Glue are not on the best of terms. So, that's why they're trying to figure out who would be a part of the Ladies Night collaboration, because a lot of these female rappers don't like each other. None of them get along with Onika, okay? Megan and Cardi B really don't mess with Ice Spice like that. I like JT, but JT don't mess with them either, okay? There's just some, unresolved issues with JT, Megan, and Cardi B. They could ask Scratch Off. I can see Scratch Off being a part of it, low-key. Okay, because she gets along with everybody, basically. Even though I don't think Megan probably views Scratch Off the same, especially since Scratch Off has an alliance with Champagne Thickham's. I feel like D0JA Cat should definitely be a part of it in some way, shape, or form. But I feel like she don't really rap like that, though. Like, I feel like D0JA and Megan can rap. Okay? Cardi B can recite, and same thing with Scratch Off, because Scratch Off don't write all of her music either. No shade. But as for how I feel about the Ladies Night remake, because it's already been remade, I feel like low-key it would be time, because, I feel like a lot of these female rappers are not making noise. And I'm not saying female rap is dying, but it just doesn't have the hype. I feel like in female rap, there's more drama, okay, versus music. You can say what you want about Champagne Thickham's, Kung Fu Kenny, J. Cole, but they always put in the music. These female rappers sub on Twitter, go on rants on spaces like Cardi B. No shade. That's what Cardi B do. She quick to throw a sub on social media, won't get in a booth. And then Megan waits months and months and months to respond. Now, moving on to D0JA and D0JA Cat. Unfortunately, D0JA Cat gets snubbed, okay? Now, the rappers with the biggest monthly audience on YouTube Music list has came out, and D0JA and her Alëd bots are at number 1 with 332 million, okay, monthly audience, which I'm going to be honest with you, I don't fully believe. I don't think that she got more monthly listeners on YouTube than D0JA Cat. How is D0JA all the way at the bottom? Okay, that doesn't even make any sense. And then Eminem being behind D0JA doesn't make sense. Kung Fu Kenny being behind D0JA don't make sense. But at least he's top 3. Where is Onika? Oh, she's at number 78 million. Cardi B, where is Cardi B on the list? I don't even see Cardi at all. Where is she? Yeah, I don't see her. And then Megan is at the bottom with 84 million. Okay? So to me, the list doesn't make any sense. I don't feel like D0JA being on top makes logical sense. I think she has bots and the industry backing, and they're trying to have D0JA and D0JA Cat compete. Now, Cardi B and B are making amends, okay, really soon. If you guys remember, B and Cardi B, they had a bit of a tit for tat going back and forth last year when Bia revealed that Cardi B cheated on her husband, okay? which turned out to be true. And then she put out a diss track, but it didn't make no noise. Now, Be a Fan says, Silly Rabbit, the princess is here, and she opened for Gag City, Barbia OE. I don't know what that means. But Bia responded and said, I'm not a princess. I'm a grown-ass woman. I don't want to be that. I'm her, period. Okay? So a lot of fans took this as a slight towards Nicki. Okay? But allegedly, Bia and Cardi B have been in contact behind the scenes. Okay? They've been speaking behind the scenes, allegedly, and they're willing to put the beef aside. Their beef aside, which really only started because Bia collaborated with Nicki Minaj for a whole lot of money, and then Bia started sneak dissing. The only thing, though, I don't feel like Cardi B needs Bia, so I feel like she'll be cordial with Bia behind the scenes, but I don't think that they will be friends, okay? Now, moving on to Queen B. Queen B has wrapped up the iconic Cowboy Carter tour after 32 sold-out stadium shows. It holds the record for the highest grossing single show by a female artist, helped boost the economy, and it is the highest grossing country music tour in history. Wow, that is insane. I know Carrie Underwood is not happy about this. Now, fans are also speculating that there will be a documentary for Act 3. Now, for Act 1, she put out The Renaissance, a film by Queen B. For Act 2, she put out the Beyonce Bowl, which was on Netflix. Okay. I believe the Renaissance film was in theaters, but it was like a documentary. So a lot of fans are speculating that for Act 3, we will be getting another documentary or another film by Queen B. Let me know if you guys are going to support. I'll support if it's on Netflix. If it's not on Netflix, Queen B, you ain't getting a dime out of me. Okay, no shade. You know, I did not watch the Renaissance film. I'm like, why am I going to the movies to watch the Renaissance film? That should have been on Netflix, just like Homecoming. Okay, but, you know, greedy Queen B had to put it in theaters at select theaters. It wasn't even at every theater. I think it was only at AMC. Greedy Queen B always looking a way to finesse the fans out of their coin. She ain't slick. I'm onto her. Now, moving on from that, greedy Queen B becomes the first woman in history to have multiple tours gross over $400 million. So she just grossed $400 million for the Cowboy Carter World Tour. Now, her net worth, I think it was like $800 million. So with $400 million that she just made, she's a billionaire. Okay, but she already been a billionaire. I told you, Queen B just do that. She don't update her net worth intentionally. She already been a billionaire. She purposely don't update her net worth because remember, she used to have some tax issues. She rectified it, but she did owe the IRS. Okay. And then on top of that, I heard she don't want Camel Face to get all of her coinage. Okay. She don't want Camel Face to get all of her coinization. So she gotta hide the funds. So with that being said, she don't always update her, I guess, net worth or her income for Forbes. So don't be shocked if it still say 800, 700 million. But it's been that. And if you add 400, she's worth $1.2 billion. So congratulations to Queen B on that. Now, moving on from that, fans are calling out Champagne Thickham for allegedly stalking Rihanna. He sampled Work, which is by Rihanna, but she didn't write it, on his new song with Central C. I think this song is called Which One, and he's sampling Work. But hypothetically, fans have said Party Next Door wrote the record. He wrote Work. So she may not own the song, the publishing on the song, and she may not own the masters for the song, especially considering that she did sell her masters, I believe, back in 2021 or something like that. So I don't feel like there's an issue with him sampling the record. I can understand if she wrote it, but you didn't write it, so, you know, you can't have a say. Now, another thing is, though, I do feel like Champagne Thickums is always going to feel like Rihanna is the one that got away. I do feel like that. They really could have been a power couple. I think they would have been a power couple and they could have taken over the industry. ASAP, the colorist, is not a power couple with Rihanna. He's not on the same level as her. No shade. I don't even consider him a fashion icon. But he may treat her really well for, besides, infidelity. But that's neither here or there. I don't see anything wrong with him sampling the song. That's all I gotta say. Now, the evil orange Grinch, who happens to unfortunately be president, will be receiving 1 million lashings for the day. Okay? The evil Grinch is putting out one of his fake news posts that he usually do as a distraction so y'all won't pay attention to the Epstein files, but we're not going to get into that. But the evil orange Grinch went on social media and is saying that Queen B needs to be prosecuted, okay? Because he is claiming Queen B broke the law, which he does every day, by supposedly getting paid $11 million for her endorsement of Kamala during her October 2024 event in Houston. But there's simply no basis to his claims. He is claiming the federal campaign spending records show a $165,000 payment from the Harris campaign to Queen B's production company, which the campaign listed as a campaign event production expense. With that being said, Kamala said that she didn't pay any celebrity, but required by law to cover the costs connected to their appearances. Okay? So that's what Kamala said last year, that she didn't pay any celebrity, but, the cost, I guess, for an appearance, clothing, makeup, hair, whatever you want to call it, she has to pay for. Okay? Now, with that being said, I know the evil orange, fat, ugly, pedo Grinch who is on Epstein's island ain't talking about illegal activity. I know he not coming for Queen B. This idiot has pedos running around all throughout the government. And not only that, he was on the island with children. That's why he won't release the files, but he want to talk about illegal activity. He better sit this one out. I'm sorry. And we already know you rigged the election, okay? Elon already threw you under the bus. So stop. You can't talk about no illegal activity the way you've been running the country. It has gone down the drain. And it hasn't even been a full fucking year. Please sit the fuck down, you fat, oompa loompa, ugly ass bitch. And y'all could be mad in the comments, but y'all cannot say that it hasn't went downhill since last year. And to be quite honest, I think he's using this as a distraction because, he won't release that list. Okay, see, he's using this. Last week, he came after Barack. This week is Queen B. Next week is going to be somebody else. Don't fall for the distraction. There's a lot of distractions because that list he don't want to put out. Okay, I'm not falling for the distraction. Put out the list and leave Queen B and everybody else alone. And I definitely don't believe that Queen B got paid $11 million to say a pre-written speech for 5-10 minutes, okay, at a campaign event. I don't believe that because she get paid $14-15 million a show. They're not going to pay her $11 million. She don't even perform one song. Not even Freedom. And Kamala used that for her campaign. So I definitely don't believe she got paid $11 million because she didn't perform. And that's how much she usually get paid for one show. Okay, it's like $11 to $14 million for one show at a Queen B concert. Okay, so I think this is a distraction because he don't want that list to come out. Now, Aelia Stanks confirms my tea about Tyla. And Rihanna, Riri, couldn't stop Champagne Thickums from sampling her. But she allegedly has stopped Tyler behind the scenes from sampling her. Okay? Now, Aelia Stanks said Tyler's taste level isn't up there with Rihanna, so she hasn't figured out how to exist without doing her Afro Carib Indian Josephine Baker Skitek. I don't know what that means. She kind of becoming the female Omarion, just like always dancing everywhere. Then she said they were supposed to bring a huge ballad out for her after Water to solidify the heartthrob status and then go to the Amare direction, but they just told her to give pop Shaka Zulu and it's boring. The whole Afrobeats genre all sounds the same, and the only people from the world with actual star appeal and artistic viability are Burna Boy and Tiwa Savage, okay? Now, I've been saying that Tyler was boring, but, I guess Aelia Stanks can say it and people agree with her. But when I said it, I was hating. Now, with that being said, Rihanna has stopped Tyler's bag allegedly behind the scenes. Now, she wasn't able to do with Champagne Thickums because, he's an A-lister. Tyler, she getting up there. She not there yet, though. But allegedly, Tyler tried to sample Pon de Replay. Y'all know that's Rihanna's breakout hit single that really got her a lot of attention. And one of the producers, Evan Rogers, who is close to Riri, allegedly told Tyler no. Okay, now Tyler had been trying to get that Rihanna cosign for a while now. That would kind of help her career if she got the Rihanna cosign because people compare her to Rihanna. I think what Tyler should have done, she should have just copied the song instead of trying to sample it. Just make a song that sounds like Pon de Replay. Okay, what's Rihanna going to do? She's not going to take you to court because at the end of the day, she, one, didn't write the song. And then two, on top of that, she's not even doing music. But I just don't think Rihanna likes people that hypothetically she feels like copy her or take inspiration from her. Okay? I think a lot of artists move like that. Now, as we know, Gorilla Glue, she was arrested for having the ganja at her house, even though she was away, but it was more than an ounce. And in the state of Georgia, you can't have more than an ounce of ganja in your house, even if you are away on business. Now, with that being said, Gorilla Glue allegedly will take a plea deal, to avoid jail time. And they strict in Georgia. They very strict, especially when it comes to black people. And she don't want to end up like Young Thug with the Ricos, because they'll start digging a little bit further than you want them to. So let me know how y'all feel about it. I think Gorilla Glue is smart for allegedly going to take a plea deal. And I also think that she should not be smoking anyway, because I don't think she's that talented. I think she needs to just focus on trying to get another hit record. Anyway, I got some very hot tea on Hulk Hogan's death and also Malcolm Jamal Warner's death on Patreon. Link will be in the description, and have a great day.